Guys, welcome back to Golden Aesthetics. Welcome back to Swole Patrol. This is Artemus Dolgin from Malibu, California. Thank you so much for all your DMs on my Instagram. Thank you so much for all the messages on the Facebook, for all the comments. I really appreciate everybody who came out to support us at Arnold Classic. I can't wait to see you guys at Olympia. Before I get into the topic of this video, I'll tell you that I'm making a clothing line for Tom Platz under Golden Aesthetics. It's going to be our new direction. I'm going to probably call it Golden Bloodlines or Bodybuilding Bloodlines, I'm not sure. And I feel like I want to bring everybody and all the legends from the past into the modern sport right now and support them and spread their legacy all over the world with amazing stylish clothing. So Tom Platz is going to be next, the Golden Eagle. We're going to call this first release. I'm very excited about it. He's an amazing man. A quick story behind this. I was 6 years old. I lived in a small town in Zhytomyr in Ukraine, and my dad brought me to the gym. It was a basement gym, like very old school, very dingy, just underground gym. And all over the gym there were spreads of Joe Weider. There were spreads of people working out, different champions. Lee Haney was there, Arnold was there, Frank Dang, Franco Colombo, and there was Tom Platz. And I remember looking at Tom Platz, looking at his legs. I was 6 years old, in the middle of nowhere in Soviet Union, looking at his legs, looking the way how to perform squats, and I couldn't fucking comprehend. And 2 weeks ago, I was just meeting him for a coffee all the way in America, in Orange County. Don't look for him over there, because he's really trying to be like incognito a little bit. But I was having a coffee with him and I just had goosebumps because my life just took me so far away from where I was and to where I'm here, and it's so much connected, you know, being a little kid looking at Tom Platz and now meeting him in person and having a coffee with him and his wonderful wife. It was truly a surreal experience. Now to do clothing for him, it's mind-blowing, but I'm very happy. I know that I'm on the right path, and I've made all the right decisions, even though I could have made mistakes and I failed so many times. I feel like I'm on the right path in my life. So this is just, I feel like it's pretty motivating, inspiring for the kids up there to pursue their passion and never give up, and just get back up after you fail, because you know, it's so much more fun to live with the drive, to live with the passion, to live with the goal than just spontaneously just going with the flow. You know, don't go with the flow. It's boring. You're not gonna get anywhere with this. You're just gonna end up like everybody else that goes with it. You know, go against the flow and use that talent, the potential, and don't stop searching for it, because it's in everyone. And stop running away from your potential, because a lot of times we do that. And I feel like everyone can reach anything he wants. And as I said, living with a goal and living with the drive is way more fun than sitting on a couch and finding excuses. So move your ass anytime, anywhere. We'll talk about how to put the training split together, because I promise to help the beginners and the guys that just come to the gym, you know, with the nutrition. And last video we made about nutrition, and I know a lot of you are interested in carb cycles. We'll talk about it later. I will tell you guys how to put, you know, wisely put a split together. Unfortunately, everybody thinks that bodybuilding, it's a certain way of doing things. You gotta do 4 sets, 8 reps, you're gonna get results. Unfortunately, it's not like that. There is no one effective split that's gonna work for you. You know, it's you have to go through the trials, you have to go through the errors in order to figure out what works for you, what doesn't, because we're all different, and something that, you know, somehow affects my body might not do the same thing for you, or might do. So you have to go through those things. But when you're building a training split, you have to focus on your weak spot. So you have to take photos, you have to assess your physique, you have to assess your symmetry, your lines. If you don't really understand what I'm talking about, look at the pictures of Frank Zane, look at my pictures, look at pictures of Arnold, and you will see the symmetry, you will see the lines. I think the most perfect example is Serge Nobret. I think Serge Nobret had the most perfect symmetrical body out there. You know, I couldn't call it a weak body part that he had. And you know, when you look at that body, I think this should be your inspiration, to be your motivation. So you have to focus on your weak spots. I recommend you to weight train your weak spots 2-3 times a week. You know, on the smaller body parts, I would go every 2 days, and the bigger body parts every 3-4 days. And build your split around that. Like, for instance, my arms are where my weak spot, as well as my legs, and I start focusing more on those, training those, you know, every 2 days, every 4 days, incorporating, you know, drop sets, giant sets, ballistic training, incorporating supersets, you know, high intensity, high volume versus, you know, going heavier with fewer sets. All those things things, and I was able to figure out of what rhythm is working for me better, you know, what exercises work for me better, because we have different connections and attachments in our muscles, so the different angles would hit our muscles differently. So you guys really have to approach the training split and bodybuilding in general with intelligence, because you're working on a masterpiece. If you're not just about abs, you know, having a nice chest, if you're looking to bodybuilding a little more as a way of life, as a way of art, you know, then you have to have a different approach. You can't just go with a singular approach, you know, not in bodybuilding, unfortunately. You have to try different things. So you can see how many sets, how many reps work for you better. You can start with 4 and go to 5, 6, you know, play with the intensity, play with the time. So this is the way you should go. A lot of people think that they're going to overtrain if they train a body part more than, you know, twice a week. I don't think it's true. I used to be the same way. If you're just starting out, I think the once a week is fine. It will still trigger the growth. You're just starting out, but as you progress, your body gets used to the stress and to the training, so it doesn't really reply as well to the training, you know, with growth. So respond. So you have to go and train more frequently. As again, it's a schedule, it's a steady progress, steady process that you have to grow to. You just don't want to really jump into it, because a lot of people still I see in the gym, they start to do deadlifts and they just focus on how many plates they have on the side. But look at that form. You look at that form and it's like, Jesus Christ, I hope you're not gonna get injured, boy. So the weight is irrelevant with you guys starting out. It will come. Learn how to do the technique right, how to perform the exercise correctly. See what angle goes right where you need to go, you know, because sometimes it's too sharp or sometimes it's too short. So you have to find what works for you. Work as an artist, work with intelligence, and sit down, assess your physique, look through the pictures, take pictures every 3-4 days, you know, and see what you need to change in your training. Because as I said, if you just want to have more than just abs or chest, you have to really develop a strong connection, strong relationship with your body, and it only comes through the experiment with the diet, experiment with the split. If you guys starting out, if you're just a new guy, I recommend you to stay away from the machines. Some of them are great, and I don't argue with that, but start with the base. Start with the base. This is where bodybuilding started. This is where bodybuilding core is the barbell, the bench, the squat, the deadlift, the row, the bench press, again, as I said, the curls. Those are the most important exercises. So you should focus your training around them. Once you get better to more into the you know, leaning or cutting season, where you bring out the details, machines are great. They will work through different angles, help you bring out the details in the muscle, cuts in the muscle. You know, they're great. But to create the thickness, to create the size, to create the that really round look, you do need to squat, you do need to deadlift, you do need to do curls, you do need to bench press, you know, do power cleans. All those things are really important. If you read the bodybuilding encyclopedia by Arnold, he also talks about that. He says that Rec Park was, you know, a great advocate for that. It was pretty much every single old school bodybuilder would tell you that they were focusing more on basics rather than machines, because I see a lot of guys leaning towards the machines, but it locks them, because it's a certain way of moving the weight, and then you lock into that. You know, when you have the base, you have more flexibility. So I believe you have to build your training around the free weights, because this is the free weights that will create the thickness and they will make you grow. Again, you have to do it with the right technique. Technique is way more important than the weights, you know, because once you learn the technique, you're going to work as a piston on the squats or deadlift, and it will not affect your waist unless you go with the super heavyweights like powerlifters. You know, if you do it correctly, if you do it right, you will preserve your physique, and you will go forward, and you will develop a body that's admirable, the body that's symmetrical, the body that's proportional, because I think bodybuilding is more about that than the size. So this is my outtake on how to create a split. If you guys have more specific questions, please ask me. I will probably incorporate the answers into my following videos. The next video we're gonna do is going to be, I think, a second part from Arnold Classic. We had a lot of fun with the guys, and we shot here in California, our training, and we rented a house on the beach, and we just chilled on the beach, drank beers, had burgers, just lived the lifestyle of old school bodybuilders. And the cool part about this, that we are really cool friends, and we became really close friends. And it was an amazing time with these guys, because we connected and we didn't compete with each other for the spotlight, and we didn't put some crappy supplements on the bench or anywhere, you know, right next to us just to show or to sell you something. We just had fun, like people in all days. We posed at the beach, and we went out, we had fun, we approached women, we went grocery shopping, and I truly felt like it was a camaraderie. It was not even a team, it was just a bunch of good friends hanging out together, people that are connected with passion. And I never trained as hard as my life as I trained with these guys, because it was truly inspirational to see their physiques and to see how hard they work, and it kind of moved my ass as well. So I can't wait to show you all those things, guys. And of course I'm gonna resume with the training, because I started working with Chris Aceto. He's currently helping me out. I hope he's not mad I just said that, but he's really awesome. I really enjoy his sense of humor. He's a very intelligent guy and has a ton of experience, and I'm sure I can learn, and he can help me get to the next level, because I'm training for classic physique. I do really want to compete. I do want to win, and I will do my best to do so. So it is going to be a very interesting year, as I, you know, going back into the training and putting on weight and getting bigger and then cutting down. So it's going to be very interesting, and I'm very excited to watch where it's all going to take me, and I am sure it's going to take me right to the top. So keep dreaming big, guys. This is Artemus Dolgin from Malibu. I hope this is very helpful information. Don't forget to subscribe. Yep.